हरे कृष्ण। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामीति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणि विचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादि पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण. So we'll just continue here. Daksha is now going to repent. So this is a very nice section. We'll see what realization he got. So yesterday we were discussing how when we become when we start enjoying, we become hard hearted, and when we are in dehatma buddhi, then also we become very hard hearted, and we will not be able to understand and appreciate something very fine. We miss actually fine sentiments and all. So here Daksha also, he became very gross. He could not even become he could not even see the pain of his own daughter. And this is actually what happens. We cannot perceive the pain of others. And we are inflicting so much violence is happening. But the person is not able to understand only. This is actually what happened to Daksha. He's seeing his daughter committing suicide. And he's not stopping only. And then now when his head got cut, then he came to senses. Now people ask, why did Lord create pain in this world? This is the reason. Because a person becomes so hard hearted, he's not even able to, he's actually betraying himself. He's bereft of real pleasure and happiness. So there is so much pleasure in relationships. Even Daksha at that level, he could have nicely enjoyed, and he has all enjoyments also. But if that is the problem, if you don't enjoy in relation with Lord, you'll be in trouble. So Daksha, he became envious, he became proud, and then he lost. So Lord has to punish. So the pain in this material world is to make us wake up to the reality and not to get carried away by all these false pleasures. And that is actually pain only. Now we may say, Are Daksha is enjoying. No, he is not enjoying, he's suffering. Already is suffering. And then Shiva made him come to his senses so that he's suffering because of his envy. And this is what is happening to people. Like, say, normal people or any celebrity you take. If he is getting a very successful movie, I'm giving this example because uh, people feel that these people are very happy because they are successful, and they take example of this personality, see how successful he was. Now, if we take any celebrity, he is very successful. He got a very successful movie and it became number one, or he got maybe Oscar also. Now, will he be happy? According to our calculation, he should be very happy. But what happens now? Because he has this envy, lust, greed in his heart, immediately the next thought will come, when will I get next Oscar? Another thought will come, Array, this person got a better opportunity, better movies than me. So then next year somebody else will get that award, or somebody else will get a better movie or better opportunities. So that will give him so much pain in the heart. Envy will burn. It is default. If we are not Krishna conscious, then there will be envy in the heart only. That's what Bhagavatam explains. So paramo nirmatsaranam satam. So this Bhagavatam can be understood for people who are non-envious. Sukadeva Goswami very clearly tells that the he says deha patra kalatradishu atma sannesha satsapi tesham pramatto nidra pashyanapi. Actually, in one more shloka uh, he says that nidra hiyate naktam vyavayena chavavayah diya chati haya rajan kutumba varnenava. So proper translate, the envious householder. See, envy will be there when anybody who thinks this is mine, this is my house, my family, there will be envy because he will separate himself from others and others will have better than him all the time. Then there will be pain, there will be envy. That is compulsory. So now all these people who are materialistic people, they will be envious. And envy will make them unhappy, even though they may have everything. And they can show off in front of people and they can tell also to people, I'm very happy, I'm very satisfied. But internally it is not possible because Krishna is not there in the heart. We follow when Krishna is in the heart, then only you will be free from envy. Otherwise, how is it possible? If any, it cannot, anything comes, if you keep anything in center other than Krishna, will be envious. That is the thing, because asmita will be there. Asmita means the identification with the body and me and mind, body and the things related to body and mind, everything is, as long as we identify, then what comes, raga dvesha will come. Avidya, asmita, raga dvesha, abhinivesha. So definitely he will be having raga and dvesha. I like, I don't like. And that means envy will be there. So it is, that means the pain is already there, suffering is already there. So it is not how much externally we have, how much successful we have. It is not the criteria for happiness. The criteria for happiness is how much heart is purified, how much you are free from envy. So if you are free from envy, any situation, any place, we can be more happy than a person who is very rich. So that is the point. So now, we all have, we don't have, we all are here. We don't have problem with our food. We get our food 3 times in a day and extra also. Now, for a person who is very poor and is like on the street and hardly gets food for one time in a day, for him, happiness is, oh, these people are getting 3 times food a day. They must be really very happy. And for us, we don't even count that as happiness only. We don't even think, oh, I'm getting 3 times food every day. I'm so happiest person in the world. No. What we do, we start comparing with somebody who is having a bigger house, bigger things. So then our the state of mind will not be happy in what we have. It always goes for higher things. So in that way, we continue to remain unhappy in this world. This is the situation. So according to the very poor people or people who are in the village, they think, oh, these people are staying in city, they have a house in city, they have so much facilities in city, and who are already staying like we stay in city, we don't think it's any more happiness. The mind is not happy with what we have. We don't compare with villages and every day we feel, yes, I am the most fortunate. We never feel. So that means it is not what we are having, it's actually state of mind. So then that's the reason Lord want to help us. He gives punishments or he gives some sufferings like this to come to our senses and understand reality that array, problem is not your external situation, problem is the state of mind you are in. The heart is not purified. So here when Daksha got punished, immediately he come to senses. At that time, King Daksha, afflicted by love and affection, was very much awakened to his real senses. See, with great endeavor, he pacified his mind, checked his feelings, and with pure consciousness began to offer prayers to Lord Shiva. Daksha uvacha bhuyamanugraho bhavata krato me dandastvaya mai bruto yadapi pralabdha न ब्रह्मबन्धुश्च भगवन् अवज्ञा तुभ्यं हरेश्च कुत एव दृढव्रतेषु. King Daksha said, my dear Lord Shiva, I committed a great offense against you. But you are so kind that instead of withdrawing your mercy, you have done me a great favor by punishing me. You and Lord Vishnu never neglect even useless, unqualified Brahmanas. Why then should you neglect me, who are engaged in performing sacrifices? So here Daksha is understanding position of Lord Shiva. He don't completely understand, but he understand to some extent that he is almost at the level of, he is at least above the three modes of nature. And then he's telling, Are you and Vishnu, you show compassion to even useless fellows, unqualified people. And Daksha, if is, but I am doing sacrifice. That means Daksha is very qualified person. So he said, I am doing sacrifice. So that means you will show more mercy to me. And Prabhupada writes very nice purport. He says that although Daksha felt defeated, he knew that his punishment was simply the great mercy of Lord Shiva. The change of heart is what? See, when we can correct a person, when we are accepting the person completely, then only we should correct. So this is the formula. When Lord Vishnu or Shiva, they are correcting, they are accepting the person in full. They are not partially accepting. If we are giving any correction to people who are under us, this formula should be applied. Of course, if somebody is very, the person is very offensive and all, to as a punishment, as an authority like a Kshatriya, he has to punish. So that is a different case. But who are directly connected to us, the subordinates, like we have to accept them completely. Our children or some counselees or disciples or whoever. We should accept the person completely. Then only we should correct. Otherwise, what happens? The person will reject, and he will reject the whatever good instructions we are giving, and in that way he will reject the process also. That is a problem. So in a way, here Daksha was Lord Shiva accepted and then he punished. Daksha is understanding. Yes, yes. He remembered that Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu are never neglectful to the Brahmanas, even though the Brahmanas are sometimes unqualified. According to Vedic civilization, a descendant of a Brahmana family should never be heavily punished. So Brahmanas are not so heavily punished. This was exemplified in Arjuna's treatment of Ashwatthama. Ashwatthama was the son of a great Brahmana, Dronacharya, and in spite of his having committed the great offenses of killing all the sleeping sons of Pandava, for which he was condemned even by Lord Krishna, Arjuna excused him by not killing him because he happened to be the son of a Brahmana father, but whose activities are not up to the standard of Brahmana. Such a person is not a Brahmana, but Brahmabandhu. Daksha proved himself to be a Brahmabandhu. He was born of a great Brahmana father, Lord Brahma, but his treatment of Lord Shiva was not exactly Brahmanical. Therefore, he admitted that he was not a perfect Brahmana. Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu, however, affectionate even to an imperfect Brahmana. Lord Shiva punished Daksha not as one who is his enemy. Rather, he punished Daksha just to bring him to his senses so that he would know that he had done wrong. So, this is the purpose. So, Lord also gives problems in our life to bring us to our senses. Daksha could understand this and he acknowledged the great mercy of Lord Krishna and Lord Shiva towards the fallen Brahmanas, including even himself. Although he was fallen, his vow was to execute the sacrifice as is the duty of Brahmanas, and this he began his prayers to Lord Shiva. So, so this is what Daksha is telling. विद्यातपो व्रतधानमुखतः स्म विप्रान् ब्रह्मात्मतत्त्वम् अवितुं प्रथमं त्वम् अस्रा तद्ब्राह्मणां परं सर्वविपत्सु पासि पाल पशूनिव विधो प्रगति danda. My dear great and powerful Lord Shiva. So first thing is telling, thank you for the punishment. He's thanking him that you did not neglect me. You punished me. So he's thanking for the punishment. So now he's telling that uh, you are created first. Uh, you are created first from the mouth of Lord Brahma in order to protect the Brahmanas in pursuing education, austerity, woe, and self-realization. As protector of the Brahmanas, you always protect the regulative principles they follow, just as a cowherd boy keeps a stick in the hand to give protection to the cows. The specific, oh, huge purpose. The specific function of a human society, of a human being in society, irrespective of social status, is to practice control of mind and senses by observing the regulative principles enjoyed in the Vedic Shastras. Lord Shiva is called Pashupati because he protects the living entity in their developed consciousness so that they may follow the Vedic system of Varna and Ashrama. The word Pashu refers to animal as well as human entity. It is stated that Lord Shiva is always interested in animal protecting the animals and animalistic living entities who are not very advanced in spiritual sense. So Lord Shiva is also called Pashupati Nath. It is also stated that the Brahmanas are produced from the mouth of Supreme Lord. We should always remember that Lord Shiva is being addressed as a representative of Supreme Lord Vishnu. In the Vedic literature described, then the Brahmanas are born from the mouth of universal form of Vishnu. The Kshatriyas are born from the arms. So, like the Vaishyas and Shudras, they come from the belly and legs. Now, in the formation of body, the head is the principal factor. The Brahmanas are born from the mouth of Supreme God in order to accept charity for worship of Vishnu and to spread Vedic knowledge. Lord Shiva is known as Pashupati, the protector of the Brahmanas and other living entities. He protects them from the attack of non-Brahmanas or uncultured persons who are against self-realization. Prabhupada writing further, another feature of this world is that persons who are simply attached to ritualistic portions of Vedas and do not understand the situation of Supreme Personality of Godhead are not any more advanced than animals. So this is also called animal or animalistic mentality they have. In the beginning, Bhagavatam confirms that even though one performs the rituals of Vedas, if he is not developed as sense of Krishna consciousness, then all is performing Vedic rituals is considered to be simply a waste of time. Lord Shiva's aim in destroying Daksha Yajna was to punish Daksha because by neglecting him, Lord Shiva, Daksha was committing a great offense. Lord Shiva's punishment was just like that of a cowherd boy who keeps a stick to frighten his animals. So it is commonly said that by giving protection to animals, a stick is needed because animals cannot reason and argue. Their reasoning and arguing is agrumetum ald bachulam. Unless there is a rod, they do not obey. Force is required for animalistic class of men. Whereas those who are advanced are convinced of by reasons, arguments, and spiritual authority. Persons who are simply attached to Vedic rituals without further advancement, devotional service, or Krishna consciousness, almost like animals. Lord Shiva in charge of giving them protection and sometimes punish them as he punished Daksha. We will continue this discussion tomorrow. Thank you all very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.